What is up, everyone, and what's up, y'all?
Hey, Jimmy Oaks Garage, what's going on? Welcome to today's video.
There it is.
Jimmy already probably introduced it earlier.
No, I didn't. This is it. This is
the introduction?
Yeah, it's pretty late.
All right, welcome to today's video, Jimmy Oaks Garage. Yeah.
So what do you think? They haven't seen.
Oh yeah. Well, I actually haven't seen it. I stopped by on my lunch break, but it was way in the air. I mean, it looks sick. You can't deny that, right?
Now there's way more work to get done.
Yeah, we have things to do now. And what are we gonna do today?
What are we gonna do today? So of course, guys, with the engine swap, there is a million things you have to do to get this thing actually in the car, and one of those things is the coolant system, and that's our main focus right now, because the cooling system isn't stuff we have to buy; it's stuff we actually have to make, which is good because we're cool with making stuff.
Heck yeah, you guys know what it's about.
And money is expensive. You guys know that.
Yeah, money's expensive. I think the parts are expensive.
You guys know what I'm trying to say. So today, the big issue is the radiator. Now, the JZ is a big engine. It's an iron block, which means it gets hot, and so we got to figure out how to keep this thing cool. And I've been going back and forth online trying to figure out what most people do, and it seems like people have good luck with either a SR20 radiator with good fans, or getting a enlarged tuck radiator like what Chase Base sells. And talking to a few friends with similar setups, I think what we're going to do is actually go with the SR20 radiator, which is, you know, the radiator that I had in the car prior, the old Mishimoto. We have a small issue with the Mishimoto in the car. Should we show them?
Yeah, we'll throw it in there so we can see here.
So as you guys can see, it's a tight fit. We don't really have much room for stuff going on in here. And what we do need to fit in here is,
we got to fit the fans, and we also have to fit this upper coolant line, which is going to have to come all the way to this side of the motor. So that's going to need room, and on top of that, this, if we put it in like this factory, it would be such a tight fit with the fans. The fans would probably be useless.
And a few of you guys are probably like, oh, why don't you use pushers? In this case, pushers aren't nearly as efficient as pullers, and I don't think it would really do the trick. So we decided what we want to do, and that is just cutting the radiator support that we just painted.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna take this here and notch it back. You know, something like that. Maybe on the inside of this hole, just the inside of the hole. And we're gonna notch it back. Maybe something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. That sounds good to me. So we're just going to take a nice square chunk out of the radiator support and reinforce it. And that should allow us to actually tilt the radiator back, which would give us a slight V, which would be pretty cool. Yep. And it'll give us plenty of room for the upper radiator hose and bigger, better fans with a good shroud.
I'm excited. Let's jump right into it. All right, let's take this guy off.
The prop is not deleted, easy as that, just grinding the spot welds away and ripping it off. And a touch of B-Hall magic. But I guess, dude, we could just jump straight into cutting it, huh?
Yeah, I believe we can.
All right. This is a big moment. Kind of scared. Kind of sucks. But it's going to be fantastic.
I ain't worried about nothing.
Measure twice, cut once, right?
We're going with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, whenever I'm doing any precision cutting, it's all about control. You need to have control over your tool. Like,
I got control. Come on.
Yeah, with one hand flying around, take it easy.
Let him in there.
You know, I mean, I'm figuring out a way to hold the tool so that I have lots and lots of control, so I can drop down and do a nice plunge cut without, you know, fucking everything up.
You look like one cool guy with those glasses on.
Thanks, bro.
Those glasses are killing me, dude.
Dude, I look cool.
Right, come on. Let me do the last 4 inches. Let me do the final cut.
Hey, do the cut, man.
Okay.
Don't screw it up.
I need the cool guy glasses, though. Nervous, man. Pull the trigger. Look at this, dude. Okay,
Cool.
Cool.
Now we gotta put this back in.
Yes.
I think I did.
Perfect.
Look at that.
So, yeah. We might have to hammer.
Is it the bottom that's stopping us? I figured.
Yeah, right here. We can take a little hammer to it and be straight.
Yep.
That's fine. No cutting there. Because this is where it sits, like slightly above it. So we got all of that. All of this. So 10 minutes of cutting gave us basically just enough room to make everything work. So we have the upper coolant hose coming off the engine. It's going to sit just like this. And as you can see, now we have enough room to basically come out and put a 90 on. At this point, a lot of people might just leave it, send it home, maybe put some trim on here and touch it up. But I think what we're going to do is actually reinforce this the correct way. All right, so I thought our plans for reinforcing this were slightly different, but Brian wants to be a sicko and make it look pretty OEM. And I think it's a pretty cool idea. Brian actually wants to take the corner that we just cut off, or the top that we just cut off, and he wants to actually recess the whole thing back. So it almost looks like we never touched it. It's almost as if we just kind of shrunk it.
Can you hold that?
All right, I see what you're doing now. I see what you're doing here. So this is gonna be pretty cool, dude.
Yeah. So now we basically just have to trace this out. I think I kind of just gotta trim some of this back here and give myself the room that I need in order to get this where it needs to be before I trace it.
Okay, I see you. It sucks that we just can't like tack it on top of it. It'd be so much less work.
A lot of people would do that. We're not gonna do that.
Scratch it real good. But look at that line, dude.
Is that the noise you're talking about?
Ugh. Brian, you made a sword.
Dude, sick! Sharpen that thing up. Alright, let's see how we did. I didn't deburr it yet. I should probably do that.
Just look at this corner, dude. That's nuts.
I gotta take that little tiny burr off of there. But other than that, it's looking pretty good.
Look at this. Dude, that's insane.
Now we just weld her all up and nobody knows anything happened.
Okay. Probably his fourth one. Brad tacked it in and grinded the tacks away, and he's trying to make this, I think, as smooth as it possibly could be, so we have probably less bondo and grinding, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would prefer to have no bondo, if possible, you know?
I mean, I think it's a possibility. This thing is pretty spot on.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had like a set of hammer and dollies. Actually, Jip has one. I could go a little bit.
Since we have this big hole right here, B's trying to make a piece of metal that actually fills that.
Yep.
And we're gonna use the piece of metal that we actually cut out. A little bit of freehand action. How's it been?
It's good. Something like
Using
that.
OEM metal.
And then I'll grind up to that.
So badass. B light work, dude. It's nothing. Remember how I was supposed to buy a vise like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I remember that. Forgot about it.
Alright, we're almost there. We got like 6 more inches of welds, and we're so close to being out of gas at this point. We're doing great. Alright, Brad's giving me the pass off. He's letting me finally do something. So he's got it all welded up, and I'm gonna try and grind all the welds away so it looks nice and smooth. I'm gonna do the roughness, and I'll let B fine tune it so I don't have to give us some spots that might need some bondo because of this thing. I'm gonna do the easy part, the fun part, the flat part. How am I doing, B?
Looks good.
Thanks, man. I'm happy.
really good.
I'm happy I didn't ruin your work.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, it looks really good.
All right, so I flattened away most of the welds, but B is taking over to give the final smoothing on it because, of course, I didn't do it perfectly. But I will.
A little bit of fine tuning with the Dremel.
So this thing is looking pretty legit. I'm more than impressed with this thing. So now is the more cleanup part, my favorite part, and we use like this little honeycomb thing. What's the actual name of this?
Norton Blaze Quick Strip, Rapid Strip.
I don't know. It just,
I think it's a
it makes the
strip.
surface look really, really nice really quickly. So let's bang it out.
Yeah.
I could do this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got this. Look how nice this looks, dude. That's sick. Can't even tell anything ever happened to it. And then more sanding. It's a big moment, dude.
We're gonna do the final test fit.
Look how crazy this thing looks. Looks like someone just shrunk the radiator support.
And you put it like that. Stop it.
Nice work, Ryan. Oh, let's give it up, folks. Let's try to start a slow clap. They're participating.
Thank you, Randy.
OEM as heck. Look at that. That's sick. OEM radiator brackets and everything. Or we can get some like fancy Mazworks ones or something.
These are, I like the factory Jones, bro, to be honest.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
I mean, gotta get the grommet for this one.
Dude.
I'm pretty excited. Came out good.
Light work. It's nothing.
Light work, boys. Light work. Get that metal work right, kids.
Decided to add a little bit of Bondo just to fill in some of the low spots and the pinholes from some of the welds. And I think it'll show off. I think it'll show off pretty well when we prime it. So what's nice about this like little project right here is there's actually a body line right here and right here. So we're able to just basically paint this section and it should blend together with the rest of the engine bay, no issue. So it's not like we're ruining the whole thing.
Yep.
Nice. We just finished sanding and we just cleaned it up. So now we're gonna do the taping, the covering, and hit it with the primer. Of course, guys, since it is bare metal, nice light layer of edge primer. So we have good adhesion to the metal. We do this a lot. Man, that stuff smells weird. Is that just me?
Sour?
Yeah, you smell that?
Progress.
It smells weird, dude.
It smells like progress.
Some stank ass progress. All right, so it's all primed up and almost ready for paint. We still got to sand it one more time, clean it up, and then we can lay it down. Tomorrow we'll do that. It's really freaking late, but this came out way better than I could expect. I know B already knew this in his head that it was going to look this good, but this looks absolutely amazing. So you're able to keep the structural rigidity of the stock one and the gorgeous looks of it. I mean, this thing looks OEM, just kind of just a funky shape, and it wasn't too bad.
No, not too bad. One day's worth of work, right? I mean, we got to repaint it, but that's gonna be a different day. But,
I mean, if we didn't start at like 6:30, we probably could, yeah. I mean, now we got plenty of room for the fan shroud and some nice slim fans in here, and we'll get the job done. I think I should have no problem with this. I know some of you guys might disagree, but I have a few friends on a similar setup having no issues with it, especially in the Northeast, and I think we'll be straight. So I'm really excited. This was a cool project. It looks awesome, and it's going to save me a crap ton of money. So we could probably have the whole coolant system finished up in just a few days. I'm just waiting on one hose, and we should be good to go. So B,
what's up?
You did an amazing job. I'm
Thank
really
you.
impressed.
Thank you.
This was awesome. So there you go. I don't know what else to say. We got a lot of stuff going on. Tomorrow's a huge day because we are getting some sick parts tomorrow, and I couldn't be more excited. So I'm going to end it there. Super late, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. Brian, have a great night.
I'm cold-hearted and broke. I cold-started and choke. I grow part with my soul. The vote harder to grow. I know why. Hey, I know why. Hey.